The wood is neatly stacked, each at variable degrees of snugness, in between two, once plentiful, deciduous pine trees. I can remember so vividly their once heavy branches dancing with an uncanny lightness against the cold, somber winter air. The top two-thirds of these trees are missing now, and while they remain alive for the time being, they have little purpose other than to perfectly house firewood. This scene creates a natural woody monument that becomes another layer of wood against the barren and almost utterly leafless and never-ending woods of an ever so slightly below average winter morning. It's way too early for this activity to be taking place. I've been told this once or twice. Yet a few chimneys spit out the presence of life and people stirring in the kitchen as the dust accumulates in the lower atmosphere, clouding the beginnings of a marmalade-colored sunrise. The dawn has broken like an egg, and I throw some loose kindling on top of the pile where the rest of the wood stands, like some testament to my gusto, almost eerily aligned in piles that equally remind me of the Mayan ruins, block on top of block. I can imagine their structural integrity diminish as each piece is removed, like a game of Jenga. The one hand reaches in, unsteady but optimistic, and then there is the seemingly triumphant tug and gentle pull towards the body, and then the inevitable tumble, the domino effect. The firewood remains at my feet for a good 30 seconds before I am unable to muster up any reaction. Then I slowly lean in to start to gather the wood and begin the rebuilding process. I sigh, and the cold morning air turns my breath into a cool smokestack of compounding rage. I take one deep inhalation and then change the course of my actions. The back gate swings open, the front door unhinges, the screen door handle unfastens from its latch that rings like a chime against the wind. The pantry door, with a little pressure from the hip, slides along its upper and lower railings. Marshmallows, dark chocolate squares, and homemade graham crackers seamlessly fall off the shelves into my arms. I repeat my previous steps. Through the pantry, screen door, back door, gate to the woodpile scattered about just as it was. This event took not but 2 minutes. In front of this great mass of natural stuff, I light the end of a cigarette that was lingering in my pocket and use the embers to ignite a leaf, which I then let fall, following its natural course until it smolders and creates tiny waves of smoke, like a wave building up momentum until it becomes a flaming tsunami of fire, controlled and concealed by the lingering patches of dirt-kissed snow from an early snowfall. Over the growing flame, I stand, my single kindling dancing in the tiny bursts of fire affixed with a giant marshmallow. Its singed edges, it pops, it sizzles, it whirls, and my mind spins into a frenzy as I realize how simply a meal can be shared in the presence of a flame. Kissing the fire, the marshmallow dissolves into a brown, black wad encrusted with burnt sugar and possibly some dirt from the stick. The chocolate needed but a minute to melt and less than 30 seconds to be devoured, so it didn't solidify back into its original state. Now, coffee in hand, I soak in heat and in the moment and just let my thoughts stir as I enjoy this simple pleasure.